All right, sports guys, we are back. Yes, we are. Man, we're going to talk about Tony Weeks. The question is, what will happen to Tony Weeks after this whole event? But we're going to talk about that a little bit more as this video gets going. We're going to let the algorithms get out there. But if you're new to the channel, man, like, subscribe, and share. And like I said, we're going to let some of the algorithms get out. We're going to go ahead and get those things up and rolling. Right now, we're going to open up those phone lines because that's what we do all the time. We always get these phone lines open because when people want to call in, guess what? Feel free to do so. We encourage you. We with the phone lines come. We let you things go down. You know how what you guys say. You know, as long as there's nothing excessive, and as long as you guys not trolling, we're pretty much good with that. Sorry about that. This computer's just acting funny, but we are letting algorithms get out. We're letting things come down. That's what we're doing. Is when Dion is in the building. Salute, Queen. Salute, salute, salute. Should be on. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me, Dion, please give us a thumbs up. Please give us a thumbs up. Hold on, let me see. Let me type it in because somebody's saying they can't hear me. Let me see. Let me see before we go any further. Yep. All right. Man, nothing much. How are you doing? We want to get your thoughts on this tonight. What is your thoughts about Tony Weeks and this whole thing? League of Legacy, salute. Like I said, guys, the phone lines, we are opening them up right now. I want to get you guys' opinion on this because we can't have this in the fight because what it does is it allows people to be seen. It allows them to question the integrity of PBC. That's what it does. And that's not good. We can't have that happening, you know? You know what I'm saying? We can't. We just can't because what happens is other boxers don't want to come in and fight. They try to say they think it's rigged, and then you give people like Crawford stick to knock you upside the noggin. You see what I'm saying? It's proper to use that as benefit. That's what's going on. We gotta have this guaranteed money. We gotta have this because people try to rob, but nobody goes for that. That should not be allowed in here. You know what I mean? And maybe they should. I mean, I didn't like it. I don't like that at all. I do think that Rolly was going to win that fight. I really do. But it doesn't matter what we think. It needed to play out. Tony Weeks was wrong. He was weak for doing that. You know what I mean? Basically, that was some weak reffing, man. That wasn't no strong reffing right there, man. It really wasn't. Because Tony knows better than that. You have such a big fight on the line. Yeah. Yeah, it does say like the cover of the Black Sopranos. But it's crazy though, man. You got these fighters out here fighting, right? Like I said, you got to let it play out. You got to let it play out right. So I think Tony Weeks should be banned from or fined or something. You know what I mean? Not fined. I mean, you can't really go in there. It opens up a Pandora's box. Do you start finding refs? Do you start banning refs? What do you do? But the refs got to be punished for that. It's got to be something. Either they don't get a good fight in a while, they got to go back through some kind of training. It's got to be something that balances this out because you think about it. There's so many people that you see what the ref has done, right? And you got so many boxes with so much stuff on the line. That's big, man. That's big because he still had a puncher's chance, right? And let's say that old man had to knock Rolly out, right? I know the guy had to be old. Listen, they try to say the guy's 40 years old. Hell no, he wasn't 40 years old. The call isn't going through. Hold on now. You got it at the bottom of the screen. You got to try that again. Hold on. It's up. Dion. Try it again. Try one more time, Dion. Because this should be going right through. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me see. It should be going through. Hold on. Somebody else try to call. League of Legacy. Somebody else try to call it in and see what happens. Should be going through. Said, Tony got some years on him. I'm not sure he wasn't looking out for his fellow senior citizens. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Salute. Adrian is in the building. He said, oh, hold on, Adrian. Hold on. Let me get what you got. Hold on. Let me see what Adrian said. Hold on. Labor Here show. Chat, someone tried to use your name, but I clipped them. Oh, for real? Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, man. Please do. Please do. Yeah, we can't have everybody running around with my name. Yeah. 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 So that's what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, oh, okay. Zach B is in the building. Salute, King. Salute. Yeah. Yeah, we trying to see. I'm gonna have to try to check his. But yeah, but like I said, that guy was fighting Rolly. He had to be about. Listen, he was 55 years old, man. You can't tell me he was 40. He's over the hill, but he was giving Rolly a run for his money, right? I do think that Rolly would have beat him, but he still get a puncher's chance. You see what I'm saying? Because you never know. They could have been mixing it up. PB, what's up? PGH Big Dog is in the building. Salute. Yeah, man, we're chopping up on Tony Week. What do you guys think? What should be the punishment for referees that keep doing this? How should we handle this? What should be done? You know what I mean? What can they do about it? Something has got to be done, man. We can't just keep allowing these refs to man, there's people's livelihood behind that, man. That guy's 60 years old, 75 years old that was fighting Rolly. I say he's probably about 70 years old fighting Rolly. Okay, here we go.
From Dion. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Showboating Sports, Dion, you are on. Salute, Queen.
Hey, Showboating, how are you?
Man, I'm doing
Long time.
Terrific. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just about that call. I mean, he looked worse against the old guy than he did against Tank. It was really weird. It was just really weird. I feel Tony Weeks should definitely be suspended, but boxing is a very corrupt sport. And right. Honestly, and I hate to say this because I hate the conspiracy theories, but in this case, I feel like maybe the PBC, said, listen, you can't let this boy fail. Because in the moment where Tony Weeks stopped the fight, there was literally nothing that Rolly was doing. He was just flailing. His hands was damn near going around his body. He was so awkward that when he threw a punch, it would slide past him, and he's right on him. It was that terrible. So he wasn't really executing anything. He was just throwing blows. The old guy seemed really tired at that moment. But if you look at how he fought throughout the fight, you could see there was a certain resilience in the older guy where he may not even gotten knocked out, even though that was definitely his weakest moment. But it was more from fatigue versus bully.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It looked like he was tired. He was tired of whooping Rolly's ass. He was old. You understand? Like, he's old. He's fighting like, I'm whooping your ass and I'm going a distance with you. He's tired. He's tired. It's like beating your kids. You be big. Maybe not say that because but you think it's also supporting child abuse.
Yeah, I know what you mean. If you play fighting with your kid, I got you.
Like, you just you just tired and you fatigued. You know what I mean? It's like he was just like whooping on the boy.
Right.
Tony just called it. I mean, he didn't hit him.
Right.
And this is the part that hurts me most about it, is that older guy I'm sure, I don't know his record. I mean, it was really weird seeing him fight Rolly, but they said he was last minute. But this man obviously has spent his life boxing. You could tell from his face and everything that he's a boxer. There's some people who play boxing and people who give it up. And when you see their faces, you see those like little swollen cheekbones, little cuts on the eye. You could just see it. You could see a little bit of, you know, the punch jump, the slower reflexes, because they fought their whole lives. So when he is finally given the opportunity, I dare you, when he has excelled in this fight, I mean, he had every disadvantage under the sun. He's fighting a little young man who's supposed to be such a knockout artist, you know, and he's so much power. He can't even see a punch. Like, Rolly is terrible. I mean, he does not deserve a belt. What, plastic karate belt, a JoJo belt, whatever karate he's in. Let him keep those belts. He is not a boxer. I don't even think he excelled at that, because when you fight, you're striking blows with intention and purpose, and there was no purpose to what he's done. He's just flailing his arms around. Oh, he was terrible. Tony Weeks should get fired, and they should take the belt back from that man. It was completely, there should definitely be something that could have been in play, but I think that was a PDC call, or whoever is Mayweather or whoever is behind Rolly. I think the powers that be, you know, but then you take away from the sport itself, because like me, I love boxing. I don't give a fuck about entertainment. I don't care how stupid you are, how much you talk. Only reason why I watched is because I wanted to see if he had grown, Rolly that is, if Rolly had grown any since he fought Tank. I was curious. I didn't really want to see him fight. But I was curious. It was curiosity, you know? I don't ever want to see him again. I will never see him again. I will never waste a second. The undercard was actually good. The first fight, oh my God, that was a great ball. Oh, that was worth it. That was worth sitting through it. Just saying the very first fight on the undercard. But Rolly is garbage. Boxing is taking a hit when it comes to this entertainment stuff. This is an art form. This is a craft. This is artisan work. This is skill. My grandfather was a boxer. My ex-husband was a boxer. My current husband is a boxer. Like, this is painful for me.
Right.
Like, this is a beauty. Like, I love this sport, and it hurts to see how they conduct business. It's just like social media, TV, and that's it, you know. But see, this is the other thing. Is also he actually pulled all those people into that arena. So that says a lot. That kind of blew my mind a little. I was like, oh,
right.
They weren't coming for the old guy. So there is that business advantage. Yeah, but it's terrible for the sport.
But I'll tell you this. This is what I will say about it, and I agree with everything you're saying. The only thing that I think is I like Rolly because Rolly talks stuff and Rolly will fight. I don't really put this on Rolly's head on this one, because Rolly was in there doing the best that Rolly could do. Rolly was getting his butt beat up by a 75-year-old man, right? And I don't think they should have robbed that guy.
Yeah.
I think Rolly would have won that. I think it was stopped really premature. And Tony Weeks, at this point in his career, he knows you let it fight out, because the guy still had a puncher's chance. He could have caught a second win, a third win. He could have laid Rolly out. You let it go all the way out. So I think what they should do is do an immediate rematch.
Showboating?
Huh?
But what was he winning? What was he winning? Like, what did you see?
No. What I was saying, I was saying the old guy was beating Rolly, is what I'm saying. I think Rolly would have won because it seemed like the guy was out of steam.
How?
I just the guy was
Oh,
getting
yeah,
tired
point.
towards
Yeah,
the
at that
end.
point.
I think that as it went on a little
Mhm.
bit longer,
Mhm.
maybe Rolly could have went ahead and stopped him, or because Rolly seemed like he had a lot more
And
energy than the
stopped him
guy.
at that point.
The guy was tired. You know what I mean?
My Lord.
I don't think Rolly was
Did
winning.
you see him the second before the stoppage?
Yeah, the guy was tired. That guy was
Did you see
tired.
how Pops looked? He was
Yeah.
up against the wall looking like, oh shit. He was sitting there looking like, oh, I'm tired. Like he looked so tired.
He was
just over
done.
The dude didn't even hit. Molly didn't even touch him. He was just laying on, and he had that look in his face like, oh shit. Like, this little motherfucker gonna get me now.
Yeah, but you gotta let it play out. You see what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I said it, because dude was totally out of gas. He done outclassed Rolly. He outclassed him, right? But I think at that point he was dead in the water. But you never know. Because what he could have done was they could have been doing an exchange. He could have done like Tank and laid Rolly out. It could have happened. So
listen, I had more faith in the old dude than Rolly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? In that moment, even though he looked gassed out, Rolly had him on the ropes and couldn't hit him. Like he was like fighting like Jerry Lewis. Like you remember Jerry Lewis? He's like Jerry Lewis. Like he's just missing them all over. Like, come on, like this is crazy.
Throwing punches across his shoulder. I'm like, I don't get it. Well, what it was is Rolly was trying to hit him too hard. Rolly was trying to put something on it a little bit. It's like, dude, it's slowing your punches down.
He's
tired
right
too.
there.
Yeah.
He's right there. He's right there. I'm sorry. If you're right in front of me, I can hit you. I'm sorry. I'm a woman. If you're standing in front of me, I'm going to hit you. I don't care if I'm going to hit you on your arm. I'm going to hit you in your chest. I'm going to punch you in the face. If you're in front of me, standing pretty much still, unless you know what I mean, one of those, you know what I mean, you're the really good ones that can slip, they barely move, and you know, come on, the man wasn't slipping anything. It's not like the old guy was slipping a punch at this point.
Yeah, but you know what Rolly should have done?
Period.
Why did Rolly faint? He should have done a lot of feint. Make you lose energy on that feint. Rolly should have done that, threw some jabs, and just kept fainting and make the dude keep trying to dodge and move a little bit and tire him down.
Rolly can't faint. He can't faint.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
He was running around the ring. Did you see him running? I'm like, where are you running? But the guys, I'm like, he's boxing. Like, and not Jerry Lewis. What are you doing, Jerry? Like, why are you moving around like this against this old dude? You going to stand right up on old Pops and give it up.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, let's go. Pops, come on, let's go. Let's bang. I'm a powerhouse. You're old. Okay. I'm about to knock your block off.
Exactly.
What are you running
Go
for?
to the body. Do something to it. You know what I mean? God.
He was terrible. Rolly. I put it on Rolly, but Rolly is Rolly, but he doesn't deserve a belt.
He doesn't.
I think even Rolly was embarrassed. Yeah, he doesn't deserve to be a champion. Listen, I sent a message, a little tweet to Ryan Garcia. I said, please go take this off of him.
Oh, they said they're making that fight.
Take it off of him.
They said that fight is going to be next.
Oh, yeah.
So Paul, salute.
It's a money fight.
Yeah. 8 Mile and Diana, salute. Hey, but you said something earlier that I like.
Diana.
You said something earlier that I like and that I agree with on there about Rolly. You said Rolly looked better in the Tank fight than he did with this old guy. I always say Rolly don't look good at all, but I was impressed when he got in there with Tank and acted like he had some skills. And everybody is saying this too in the what's name, saying that Rolly is different. He's hesitant and different after that getting knocked out with Tank. He's real shaky now.
Yeah. I believe that had a lot to do with it. And you see, like, all his conferences, he was very humble, because I guess at the end of the day, you can't talk all the talk that he talks and then get knocked out. And he literally is about to get knocked out by the old guys. He had a lose. If he had got with the old guys 2 years ago, the old man would have dumped him out.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Like, but the man isn't 40. Listen, the man looks so. Oh, I was like, oh my God, and he looks like he's punch drunk.
Listen. I was joking saying he's 75, but that dude is in his 50s. He's definitely he's not 40. He is not 40. Nothing. That guy's got to
No.
be in his 50s, man.
No.
He's 50-something years old, fighting to
Late
keep food on the
50s.
table.
Late.
Yeah.
No, not even early 50s.
Yeah.
I'm freaking 50.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's 62 maybe.
Yeah. Hell, I'm
like, you know,
I'm
fake
49,
Mexican ID.
and he looks a lot older than me.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Said he has a son that's 30.
No, it's
8 Mile said he has a son that's 30. The guy has a son that's 30. So what did he have when he was 10?
okay, well,
Yeah, that guy.
that's-
Yeah, if he got a son that's 30, said let you know he about 55. He probably 55, 60 years old. And that's the son. Now, you don't know, he might have a few
he
more
must
than
have
that.
him. Yeah, exactly. He may have one that's 40. You know what I mean? Like he had him at 20 because he looks 60. He looks, I mean, and then you see how he was like sitting there. You know how like when somebody's been fighting and their skill set and their like cognitive skills have declined,
Yep.
they kind of stare out into space.
Yep.
You know, they kind of get this look that
Like you said,
the
punch
people
drunk,
have
like
after
they
with
done
all
took
the wear and tear.
too many punches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too many headshots. Yeah, and I mean he and this is why I believe he had he had something in him that I believe that even against the ropes, he was better than Rolly on his last leg. Period, to me. That's how I see it.
I agree.
There's a little bit of chance that Rolly could have hit him, but what he showed in that fight was, like you said, he has some skill. I mean, not that you need a whole bunch of skill to be Rolly. I mean,
now you really don't. But the thing about it is what he has in him that he's done trained to do for so long. Even when you tired, that comes out. It was automatic, and that's what he was doing. And he's gonna be.
They robbed that man.
Know, they robbed him. They robbed him. I think they should let it play out. I do think Rolly would have won in the end because he was tired. The guy was tired. Rolly has more energy, but I think you should let it play out.
Rolly can't see him. Rolly can't hit him. Rolly could not even hit the man.
Yeah.
So what was he gonna do? He wasn't even. The man is right in front of his face. What is he doing? What did he do with the man looking like that? And he did nothing. He didn't strike him. There was nothing that he was doing when Tony Weeks stopped it, other than Tony Weeks is saying, "Oh, he's tired. You don't want to let him go." Like, what is Tony Weeks saying? "Oh, he's tired. You know, that's enough. He's old." Like, what did he see other than the man being tired? He did not see that Rolly was harming the man in any way. That man was not in any danger. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you let that go.
Rolly did not touch him.
You let that go. You let that go.
He threw him on the ground.
Yeah, Rolly pushed it there.
Tony was doing everything to try to help Rolly win the fight. He threw that man down. He pushed him down. He's like, he pushed a senior citizen down at this nursing home. So he just pushed him down. I was like, oh my God, that was a push. He's calling this a knockdown? Oh my God. He's trying to rob the man.
Yeah.
The man.
Yeah.
It was clear what he did. And Rolly couldn't say, he couldn't even when Drew Gray said, looks like a push to me. He's like, no, it was with the first punch, that's where he was hurt. Like, what first punch?
Yeah.
You know, it didn't connect. It was like a little hit that kind of like, you know. What are you saying, Rolly? He didn't say, I caught him. And then the other punches didn't connect. He didn't say that. He's like, you know, it was some like passive, knowing in his mind that he didn't do anything in that moment. It's just pathetic, and it hurts the sport, and it hurts those who love the sport. And I think if there would have been nothing more amazing than to have that 65-year-old man have that belt of champion.
And then let Ryan listen, you're right. Because it would have been a good match between him and Ryan Garcia, the old man and Ryan Garcia next. You know what I mean? Because maybe that extra little bit of money, he could have hired some and been in better shape. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be funny if that old dude beat Rolly and Ryan Garcia? Would that not be some crazy shit?
Oh, yes. Listen, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Listen, listen, I would love it if he had just beat him and then gave the belt up and vacated, like, boom, I did it. I dropped the mic.
Yep.
That would have been, I could have taken that. But you know what? I like your idea even better. He should beat both of their asses. Bottom line, you know.
That would be
funny. I don't think, oh, that would be crazy. But he really, I'm hurt for him. Like, I love this sport, and I think that would have been wonderful for the sport of boxing. You know, it's just to help some people to say, hey, you know, just because you're older and you got dreams, they can come true. You know what I mean? Like, it's like dreams do come true.
Hey.
I did this my whole life.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, well, 8 Mile just said if he really was 40, he would have beat Rolly. If the dude was really 40 years old, he'd have beat Rolly. That dude is 55 years old. He's older than that.
Listen. That's why I said if he was 58 2 years ago, you know what I mean? He would have whooped his ass. He just needed a little extra, you know what I mean? Like he didn't have, listen, I'm in agreement. If he was 40, Rolly wouldn't have stood a chance against him. Rolly wouldn't. You know, but he's really 60. Your man looks like he's about definitely late 50s.
I want to know his real age. I really, truly want to know his real age. You know, from other countries, you know, they do lie about their birth certificates and stuff like that to get into stuff. So it might be something he did a long time ago he's got to stick with, right? But I would like to know that man's real age, because he might be 60-something schooling Rolly. I think it should be immediate rematch. Ooh. That's what I think it should be. Immediate rematch. I think
so too.
Get a guy another shot at it.
But Rolly isn't gonna do that.
Nah, PBC
Rolly
should.
ain't gonna take that fight. Nah.
If he's smart, he better run.
Because it exposes him more.
If he's smart, he better run and go fight Ryan.
He's pitiful. So yeah, it's the money. It's the money play. You know, the bag is gonna be crazy with him and Ryan fighting. Yeah. Ryan is gonna take that up off of him. Because he cannot beat Ryan Garcia.
Nah, he ain't gonna beat Ryan Garcia.
You just can't.
It ain't gonna happen.
He can't beat Ryan. I mean, I'm not crazy about Ryan either, but okay, but I like Ryan more.
Yeah, I like Ryan more. I hate that Ryan quit on that situation, but you know, what do I know? You know what I mean? They said it was a past injury or whatever, so I hadn't even really talked about that as much. I just think he could have stood back up and tried it again, but it wasn't me getting hit in the liver.
He quit.
Getting hit right there. So
he quit. Like, he quit. But you know what? One thing I will say, when I said I don't, you know, I like him, but I don't like him now. I like him as a personality. I think he's a nice young man. I think he is respectful. I think he has class, style, finesse, and I think he can, you know, with some proper training, I think he can actually do well, but he's not properly trained. I mean, it's clear, you know, these guys and these super fans, they look at people, you know, hitting the pads and they doing all this special effect stuff. That doesn't happen in real fights.
Sure the hell don't. All that that's not throwing punches behind his back, hitting the bag. You like, well, okay, you got Tank out there, and you didn't do none of that, bruh. Not one. You didn't even throw one fast flurry. I didn't see it. I'm like, what happened? But I like Ryan. I like Ryan, but I just think right now that Ryan, he doesn't have it. I don't think Ryan has that in him now. After that fight right there with Tank, I just didn't see that in there with him. I just don't see it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
I don't think he ever. I don't think he ever had it. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have a fighter in him. So there's different levels to this.
Yeah.
You know, when you fight, there's a spirit of a fighter. Yeah. I mean, and there's something inside of you that's just like, it's just animalistic. You know, it's hard, and it's, you know, regardless, defeat. I mean, you blood dripping out your eye. You don't care. Your teeth knocked in the back of your head. You just have to go at it. And he doesn't have that. He's soft.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that killer instinct in him. I don't think he has that killer instinct in him.
No.
De La Hoya had it. You know, they try to compare him to De La Hoya, but those are two different type of fighters. De La Hoya he had it. Yeah. De La Hoya had it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like, I'm sure, you know, De La Hoya probably, I don't know his exact background, but, you know, he probably came up a little harder than Ryan, you know.
But there's Ryan, a lot of fighters don't have it. Like Chris Colbert didn't have it. You know what I mean? When it came time to show if Chris Colbert had it, Chris Colbert didn't have it, you know?
No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't have it. He didn't have it. Shit. Let me. Errol didn't come up hard, but he has it.
Oh, Earl has it. Earl has
He
it.
has that
Yeah.
that extra inside of him. You know,
Yeah.
but sometimes, like for instance, with Tank has it, but Tank has it's even worse with him. Like Tank has something that's even more. There's something in him that's he's a warrior in spirit. Like that's all I can. That's the way I
He
can
has that
describe it.
Mike
It's just
Tyson
in there.
type mentality. Tank does. And then Tank sees it.
Mhm.
Like Tank said, Ryan, he said, man, Ryan, did you hear Tank talking about Ryan? He said after the fight, Ryan was like, man, can we be friends now? He's like, Ryan, no. He said,
Mhm.
he said he's a good dude. He shouldn't be a boxer. That's what Tank said. Tank said he's a good guy, man. He shouldn't even be a
Yeah.
boxer. You know what I mean? I don't want to be your friend. That ain't what we doing.
No.
But Ryan ain't, you know.
Listen, he's like, put my number in your phone.
Yeah. Ryan wants to
He's
be
a
liked.
fan.
He wants
He
to be
was a
liked.
fan.
Yeah.
He was a fan, and he's sweet, and I think he should go get that off of Rolly because
take
he
it from Rolly.
can, and it's a good money play. And then you got your money, then you go in and invest that money and become a mogul. And thank you.
Yeah.
It was interesting, but he'll end up getting hurt. You know, and it's not worth it. So I say, get it while you can get it. And that's it, and move on with your life.
And take Rolly's belt, please.
Rolly should do the same thing.
Take Rolly's belt. Yeah.
Listen,
Rolly is never going to have skills.
He's gonna take them.
Rolly is never going to have those skills. They can't give those skills to Rolly because Rolly just doesn't. He doesn't have any of that. He doesn't. He doesn't have it.
Tio was gonna if Ryan doesn't come get him, Teofimo Lopez is gonna come and get it.
Yeah. If he makes it past Josh Taylor, but I don't think Tio makes it past Josh Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know. He's bugged out, you know.
I don't think Josh Taylor is going to lay down for that, especially after fighting people like Regis Prograis and all that. He's had some really good battles, and I don't think Tio can push him to the limits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Josh Taylor's not a little bitty guy either. So Josh it's going to be a battle between him and Josh, and I don't think Tio will beat Josh. But I like the way Tio looks now. He looks like he's in some killer shape from the pictures I saw, but I don't know. It's all mental.
He always looks in killer shape. His mental aptitude is just his downfall.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a lot of potential. I think he had a lot of potential, but I think the business of this sport and the climate, the likability, I think, you know, I think a lot of times the you know, people kind of like polarize the sport between the black and the white, or the black and Hispanic, and a lot of people are uncomfortable with men of color because black men, they excel in sports. You know what I mean? It's just a proven point. I mean, it's, you know, it's just how black men are made. They're very athletic and agile, and you know, it's just what it is. I'm sorry.
It was hard. It was hard. It was hard on them years on them cotton fields. They breeding you like animals.
Exactly.
That's what happened. They bred them like horses.
And
things happen.
Listen. I mean, so you go over there to Africa, they looking like freaking monsters over there. You know what I mean? It's just, well, but let me say this: they come over here, they can't fight about worth nothing.
They can't. They can't.
But the cornbread help.
but the thing that I like, I do love
cornbread and butter beans.
But I do love the Latino, the black, the Mexican. I love all the dynamics. I love all the back and forth. I just wish that it was a little bit more sport and a little less racial, because some people make it a little bit more racial. Yeah, a little bit more than what it should be. But I do like the back and forth. It makes it interesting. Because to me, I'm a fan of the sport. I'm a fan of the sport. I'm not going to pick a sport.
Me too.
Pick a person just because it's that person. Now, it depends on what it is. Yeah. If it's an American fighter against a UK fighter, I'm going American. You know what I mean? I'm just, okay, it's country. You know what I mean? But just to say I'm not going to pick this fighter because this fighter is a certain ethnicity, I'm not doing that. It's not even in me to do it. I just want to see the best fight the best.
Listen, Showboat, listen, I'm a fan of the sport. I don't care what country you from. If you can get it, oh well, you fight. Listen, I love me some Tyson Fury. I love Tyson Fury.
You like Tyson Fury?
I actually had Tyson Fury. Love Tyson Fury. Love him. Absolutely love him. And I felt he had it over Wilder. I did. Skill wise, I like technically he is better. It just looks retarded because he's big and
out of shape,
built really awkward, and it's kind. Sometimes when people are very big, they move kind of weird.
Yeah.
But if you can get past that and you can see what he's doing, it's like, oh snap, he's really doing something here,
Right.
I mean, and he uses his size to dominate, so
yeah, but he cheats too
I
now. You gotta throw that
like
in
him
there.
more than Wilder.
You like him more than Wilder?
Mm-hmm.
You like him more
He's
than
a
Wilder?
cheater. Yeah. Absolutely love him. Yeah, he cheats. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
But you know what though? See,
terrible.
Listen, one thing I can say, I love what you just said right there. You said he cheats, but yeah. And it's like this. You can't deny Tyson Fury doesn't have skills. The guy does have skills, right? I can like a fighter or don't like a fighter, but I can be honest about it, right? I just don't like when people get a fighter and they're not honest about their fighter. Just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Just stand on it.
Yeah, no, he does. He does a whole lot of, he uses that weight to really do a lot of stuff. I mean, they let him get away with it. It's terrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
My thing is to find a way to get around it.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna push
so
it.
You better figure out. You better give it back. You give it back. You elbow him in his face. You understand? You punch him in his joint. Like do what
Step
you
on
need
his
to do.
feet. Step on his feet. Do something. Huh?
Yeah, you got to give it back. You got to give it back. You got to give it back. Listen, you got to give it back. You just don't lay down and take it. Listen, I'm just give it back. You elbow me, and then I'm coming in and I'm elbowing you.
Yeah, hit you below the belt a little bit. Give me extra 5 minutes. Something.
I'm hitting you right above your groin, like boom, right there above you. Right there, just a little bit above, right there where it hurts. Come on, he's big and got a big belly. Work him overtime. If you're like that, get it. Let's get it. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know what's funny to me when you say something about Fury? Fury is the most out of shape person in the heavyweight division, just about, right?
Oh,
but
I've never seen anything like it. It's offensive.
But how can he go 12 rounds and AJ can't? AJ can't fight 12 rounds. He gets tired. All that muscle. But you would think that tire around Tyson Fury's waist would get him tired. That's what you would think. But
you would think so. He's made that way, I think. I think that's part of the thing too. You have, like, if you see certain ethnicities, they're built certain ways. Like a lot of times, like Mexicans, as tough as they are, their bodies never develop muscle. Many, they're kind of straight, their arms don't develop, I think it's part of his genetic makeup. Maybe the group of people, his family comes, or
a lot of it is
from that line, and
a lot of it is eating habits too. With all, but I do understand what you're saying. On some things are genetic, but some things is like that tire around his waist that comes from drinking beer and partying and eating crazy and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Not eating.
That's how good he is, though. That he can come in there looking crazy. Honestly, I will say this, and I love me. I find him most entertaining, likable. I think he has skill. I think if you get past the Three Stooges type movement that it looks like, because you can't, it doesn't even look like he's really doing anything because it looks so weird. But if you can get past all of that, you can oh, okay, yeah, he's putting something together. I think it's offensive that a heavyweight champion looks that way. That I don't like. I think you should take your sport seriously. It's like being a hairdresser with nappy hair.
But
why you coming in? You talking about your hairstylist?
I like Ruiz out of shape because Ruiz actually fought better. He seemed like he was in. Ruiz didn't seem like he tired out when he fought AJ the first fight. The second fight, he didn't really do too much. But when he fought, he done lost that weight and trimmed down, and then he fought King Kong Ortiz. He didn't do hardly anything. I was like, where the hell is that? I mean, I don't understand. You in better shape, it looks like,
Oh,
but you're
he lost. Yeah.
you're in worse.
But again, that goes back to, I think, what I was just saying about people are genetically made a certain way. A lot of that is how he's built. He's in better shape, but his body type is his body type. So he could do all he wants, but that belly is going to look, he's going to have that big midsection. That's how he's made. You know? And I mean, because maybe he's a little, you know what he reminds me of? Like a dude that you would see at a bar and get into a fight with him, not knowing that he had hands. That's when I see him.
Who,
it's
Andy
like,
Ruiz?
You just wouldn't think you would. Andy.
Yeah. That's what I'm making sure that you're saying. Yeah, Andy. Yeah. You would think, when Andy was chubby, you just, in that smile and stuff he did, you would think I'd punch him out and you would get your brains knocked out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Listen, I said, when I saw him, I was like, huh? This is crazy. He put hands on him.
Yeah.
He put hands on him. But yeah, I think maybe he lost a little bit of it, you know. Sometimes when they train too hard too, I think some of the muscle stuff makes him tight. Like AJ, he's so like
that muscle burns energy.
Like I thought he's
too muscular.
Yeah,
he's got that.
He's very robotic.
Yeah.
Very robotic.
Stiff.
Very robotic kind of. Yeah, very stiff. I mean, he basically is he working with Derrick James?
Yeah. He's working with Derrick James.
Was he really working with Derrick James?
Yeah, he's working with Derrick James.
He looks a little better, but it's still.
Yeah, it's gonna take a second.
He looks a little better, but it's. I guess you're right.
Glitter boots,
like
AJ.
His punches look.
Yeah.
His punches look more fluid. Like when he threw it. When he threw shots, it looked more fluid. Like when he threw it, it just kind of came out. Before, it would come out of the chamber like a little, it would come out stiff before. Now he just shot it. Like it was like they had him just working on just throwing punches.
Yeah.
Let's start with that.
Getting him to the basics. But they said he's going to have another one. He's going to have another fight soon, and then he's supposed to fight Wilder at the end of the year, hopefully. So, hopefully.
Yeah. I will just say this. I will say this in closing, and you know, these guys, they have to work on the basics of the sport, man.
The fundamentals.
Basics. What you're doing on pads, all of that stuff. That's why Rolly is terrible. He has that stupid coach Bullet who's just helping him along to do nothing. Get someone in your camp who knows how to train you. Humble yourself and learn the fundamentals of the sport. How to throw your punches, how to move, learn the dance. It's like going to a dance. There's a dance. There's a reaction for everything you see. There's a response. There's things that you're supposed to do. How you see guys is like, what did you just do? Like right now, you should be flipping that punch. You should know that that's coming that way. So now you need to move to the opposite side. You know, instead they move back and move the head all the way. You know, it's like, what are who's teaching you?
Right.
Ryan Garcia, same thing. You're looking like no one's ever trained you in the basics. Just the basics. I'm talking about basic things. They don't have it, and they're killing the sport. Right. And I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm just over it. Their nights, their weekends, I say, Showboat, I say to myself, I'm like, I don't know why I watch this stuff every weekend. I blow every weekend. Every Saturday night, I'm looking for a fight. And I'm disappointed so often because, this is the kind, like what happened last weekend, it's like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. But see, you know what? I'm like you. I watch it. I love boxing. I've always loved boxing since I was a little kid. So it's never gonna leave my system, which I hope it never does. But I like it. I love watching. And I get disappointed, just like I am with this Tony Weeks. But they gotta figure out what they can do about this refs and straighten that stuff out. They gotta make a solution for that. So
they have to, because it's not fair. And if other type of sports, I don't think they would allow those type of calls. I don't watch any other sport really, but I do believe that the other refs are more fair, and there has to be rules. If there are rules for the boxers, there should be rules for the refs. Like, who's overseeing the referees?
Right.
There should be rules. Like there should be something outside of them.
Right. Right. Somebody needs to regulate the sport. It needs to be an overseeing body. It really does. It really does.
Yeah, it really does. It really does, man. And for whatever state you're fighting in, you need to know. And that way it stops the corruption. And, boxing is corrupt. It's a corrupt sport. I mean, listen, I know people who fought, like in the days when Don King was a big deal. And, they fought, and the Italians would tell them, okay, you got to throw this fight. So I know people from that, like personally from that era that tell you what really happened behind the scenes.
Right.
Because it was about money, bets, and all of that stuff, So that's also the other thing that we forget about.
It still is.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the other thing, the bets, all the money was on Rolly, so I don't know how that works, because I don't know anything about that, but somewhere somebody didn't want that man to win. It needed to go Rolly's way.
Yeah, well, because they knew probably what it was. Is I think what they do, and this is my own thought process. I don't want to put this on anybody. This is my thought process. How they said that once you fight for certain organizations, that if you lose, they'll still try to get you back another title fight because you agree to that fight and they give you another shot at it, And I think that's what it was. We give Rolly a shot at it. We'll pull for Rolly because we know Rolly's a moneymaker. This guy is kind of at the end of his career, so we'll pull. And like I said, I think because the guy was tired, Rolly should have won that in the very last few rounds, maybe, but it still should have been fought out. But I do think that Tony Weeks jumped the gun big time on that one. And I think it should be an immediate rematch.
What round was that?
I forgot what round that was. What round was that again, guys? I forgot exactly what round that was.
Was that 12? I think it was 12.
Was that 12? I thought it was before 12.
Oh, it was before 12.
What round was that, guys, that Rolly stopped him in? I mean, that Tony Weeks did that.
I'm curious about that.
I forget now.
Yeah, Rolly stopped him in.
Yeah, Rolly stopped him in that round.
No, Rolly didn't stop him. Rolly didn't stop nobody. Rolly did not stop.
It was the ninth round. Yes, what it was, the ninth round. It was the ninth round.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you still
let that go. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't have survived the last one. I knew it was something like that. I thought making sure I wasn't getting too far. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely
because I kept thinking to myself when it was over, I was like, yeah, and I was so caught up because I was doing other stuff, catching it. You know what I mean? Coming into it, I was like, man, what the hell is Rolly doing? You know what I'm saying? Rolly should win this fight. Then after that, I saw Rolly. You see Rolly get knocked down. You see Rolly push him down. Then you see him dodging all of Rolly's punches, and I'm like, what the hell was that? You know what I mean? So I'm like.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, but I don't think the guy would have made it the rest of the fight. I think his energy level kept dropping, but he still deserved to have it played out and get laid out if that's what you could do.
I'm giving it a pop.
Huh?
Listen, I'm giving it a pop. I'm giving it a pop. I think he would have got a little bit more in there and like, come on, let's go.
He'd have pulled out some of that geriatric stuff, huh? Some of that geriatrics fundamentals.
Yes. So he would go to the corner and give us some Geritol. You know what I'm saying? Like, take this Geritol real quick and get you back in the game,
Hey, he had Ensure in his water bottle. They had some Ensure in his water bottle. That's what it was. Hey, 8 Mile said, what do y'all think going to happen to Tony Weeks? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen to Tony Weeks. Nothing's going to happen to him.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. Nothing is going to happen. This is what they do. This is what boxing does,
Yep.
They treat us like this.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. We're the fans. They should care about us because we're the ones that support the sport.
Yeah.
I feel like we're always left behind. It's everybody else's agenda, and we don't get what we want.
Yep.
And
That
it's
happens.
sickening.
Yeah, but that's in everything.
It's sickening.
It's in every walk of life.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so
Yeah.
glad you called in. I
All
appreciate you,
right.
young lady. Thank you so much. You know, it's
Oh, I
always a
appreciate you
pleasure.
too. Happy to be on. It's happy to be on. I love chatting with you,
All right. Well,
chopping it up.
you know you got to come back around because Loma and Devon's coming up real soon.
Oh, just so that know, listen, I honestly, I don't know. I'm not really interested like that.
You're not interested in that fight?
I
Not at
don't
all?
know. Not like I'm addicted to boxing, so I'll watch it. But I don't know. I just so bored out.
You think it's gonna be a one-sided
I
fight?
feel that Loma. Yeah, I don't think Loma has in him. And I think he's also pity pat. You know, I always say a pity pat type boxer, little scary, light little matador little punches. I think on his end he's gonna pity pat. And Devin just doesn't. I believe Devin has a lot of talent in him, but I feel that Devin doesn't take any risks. And it's like you work the plan, but he doesn't. That thing that we talked about, that fighting spirit, I don't believe that's in him.
You don't think it's in Devin?
And I think that no, I don't think so. I think he's a cushy little boy, and he doesn't have that inner thing that's in there. And I do think he has this, and sometimes that can be developed, maybe probably. Like for instance, with Errol, I believe that Errol is developed that way. The way he's trained, he has been mentally developed in the most beautiful way. I don't think, I think there's a lot. When I look at Devin, let me see how I can put this, and then I'm going to get off the phone. Sometimes you can be put into a situation where you have a talent. And when that talent isn't tested, everyone, you're just like the star, like everybody around you. You're so star, you're so great, you're so this, you're so that. And it weakens you because you're not really tested.
Gotcha.
He plays so safe. Like he plays it too safe. So I don't really, I don't know.
I follow you.
Something about him. Are you following me? I don't know if I'm being clear.
I know what you mean.
I just feel like there's something that's missing in him, So because of that, it's not as interesting. It's not interesting to me. He doesn't really interest me. His personality doesn't necessarily interest me. It's just like it's like, a little kid superstar. I am proud of him and his accomplishments. I think he does have natural ability and talent, but there's something missing for me personally, But I do respect that he's early 20s, undisputed. I mean, I feel that they took him on a very strategic path that was well played, very well played. But I think you get him in there with somebody like Tank, they're going to eat him.
Oh, okay.
I think Tank can eat him.
Okay.
I do. I personally do. I think Tank will go right through all of that. I think Tank can run through whatever he's going to give, his jab on the outside, everybody. I mean, it's clear. I'm not even going to say everybody says, because it's clear that Tank does have issues with boxers, pure boxers, but Tank always finds a way around it. I don't think he or Shakur has enough to keep him off of them. I think he's way too calculating. And he just goes through it, I don't see it,
Right. Okay. Well, cool.
I just don't. So that's That's my thought with him. I'm not really, with Loma. I just feel like Loma's on his last leg. I mean, it's part of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
There's always someone coming up and somebody's going out. So that's part of it. That's no disrespect to Lomachenko.
Right,
He's
right,
just
right.
going. He just. I saw him in Madison Square Garden maybe last year. He
Mm-hmm.
fought Comey, I believe it was. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah,
I really didn't. He won, but it was,
wasn't impressive. Yeah, but we'll see. We will
no,
see.
no,
Well,
no.
hopefully we'll all see it all soon play
I,
out real soon.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well, have
All
a
right.
good night,
All right.
guys.
Thank you so
I'm
much for
going to
calling
bed.
in. All right. Have a good one. All right.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye. Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
Will Peoples in the building. He said he's good night. Good night, Will. Hopefully you've seen this on your way out. Marquise, salute. ATL unanimous, salute. Will Peoples. Man. Yeah. But I don't know. Hopefully they got something going. He said Devin's gonna stop Loma. Bet on it. Devin different. Yeah. Said we'll know once they do fight somebody like that. Said Devin has a lot to prove. He's going to pull it off. Yeah. Yeah. Said no one's been able to break him, and he'll literally fight anybody. And he mean that. Yep, Marquise. Yeah, Devin will. Devin will. That's the thing about it is, and that's what I like about it, because everybody has their own opinion about all this stuff. But the best way to put it all to rest is if we get these guys to fight. But the thing that we can't have referees stepping in and messing things up. AAR, salute. Yeah, we gotta make sure that these refs are not messing the thing up. You know what I'm saying? They gotta earn it every step of the way. That's how I feel about it. Like I said, I do think that that Rolly probably would have won that fight, but he still needed to show it. You know what I'm saying? That old guy was still in there. He's still in the fight, and anybody's got a puncher's chance. Anything can happen all the way to the end. But we can't have the refs robbing people. We can't have the refs ending stuff a little too early. Now if all those punches that Rolly was hitting was connecting, I could see them stopping it. You don't want them to get brain dead anymore. I mean, not brain dead, but get hurt. We don't want that. Said Grandpa Skeletor was giving Rolly the beats. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Said Rolly, you're going to have to get embarrassed in the ring or get knocked out, legs shaking and all, to finally realize Bullet and the team are yes men, and ain't it? Yep, you're right. That's all they are. They just yes men. That's all they are. And he needs that. Listen, you dead right about that. This is the thing. A lot of these guys, they loyal, and I think you should be loyal, to the people that's got you there. But I also think that you should be bringing people in to help you grow. And if they can't agree to let other people come in and help you grow and make changes, then you got to get away from them. You have to. He said, I see a tactical fight and a decision. Yeah. Let's see if Lomachenko can hurt Devin with something. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, I think that Devin starts quick, Loma kind of starts slow. And I think that's going to be the deciding factor right there in the beginning, because I think Devin's going to go jump on him right off the bat. He's going to have to. He's going to have to go get right on Loma. And like y'all said, Loma's a smaller guy. Devin's bigger. So can Loma stop him? I don't think Loma's going to stop him. And then can he outbox him? And Devin's taller and longer. We'll see. But Loma doesn't have that extra power, that it needs to do that.
ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports.
Showboating Sports, ATL Unanimous, you are on, fam. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm cooling, man. What's going on with your Showboat?
Man, just in here cooking on this Tony Weeks thing, man. And what should happen? What's your thoughts on this whole Tony Weeks thing, man?
Man, Tony Weeks should get his Tony Weeks ass up out of here, man. That was some bullshit. He was paid. He done did this shit on multiple fights, man. This shit is done. He need to get his Arsenio Hall box wearing, big DA, FBI beard wearing, and mustache wearing ass about the boxing game, man. He fucking it up. He made me lose $20. You know what I'm saying? Because the old man was beating Rolly. The old man was beating Rolly. Like he stole something, bro. And he just jumped in with his sweaty forehead, like he stuck on the screen. Like, damn, I ain't want to do it, but I had to get my money. He's sweating because he's nervous.
Yeah.
Why is you sweating?
So-
Rolly getting beat up the whole fight. You ain't had to do nothing but watch Rolly get beat up the whole fight by old man. And he knew he had to do something because his check wasn't going to come if he didn't do what he had to do. And he, man, for real. He should be kicked out the sport. Referees got too much power in this boxing shit, man, because if you think about it, it wasn't just him. That whole fucking card, the card was backwards. Everybody who lost won.
Mm.
And I repeat that, everybody who lost won.
So it should have been the other way around, huh?
You feel me? Yeah, and I feel like it was just a whole paid off production, man, and that took a step back in boxing for everybody. I don't know how nobody else feels, but I feel like it took a whole step back because here we go. A couple of weeks ago, Gervonta and Ryan put that people want to see for this year because we've been seeing the Bulls for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Back to back. And here we do got the women stepping it up in the beginning of the year. We got the fights we really want to see with Ryan and Tank. And then you got Tony Weeks who and to give Rolly a belt because that's what he was paid to do. And I ain't taking it back. That's what I think he was paid to do it because clearly everybody's seen that old man was putting on Rolly. I'm talking about real bad, whipping on him, and he was going to win the rest of the fight. He wasn't hurt. Rolly on ground. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for him to go, man. Like, it's time. Just like Canelo when he fought last weekend, right? I don't know if nobody else was watching the undercard. There was a certain fight that happened that didn't nobody agree on, and Mauricio Suleiman and was like, hell no, there wasn't no damn knockdown. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But he jumped in the ring. And they need to put more emphasis on boxing, just like they do baseball or football or basketball, instant replay. We need all that because these referees out here got too much power. And what they say stop the fight, then the fight is over. You can't go back and start the rounds over because the ref done spoken, and that ain't right, man. I think they need to have instant replay. They need to have another referee on the side looking just in case he sees something the other ref ain't doing because the ref got too much power, man. It's messing it a step back. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we just seen a couple of great fights. Everybody fighting who they need to fight, and then we watch this, and you never thought this man 40 years old. He got a family to take care of. He could have been a world champion, something he's been dreaming for all his life, and he done got robbed of it because of a referee, man. That ain't right, bro.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And
right.
so that's why I say in the future coming up, they need to make more steps, man, to make these refs have less power. And you need somebody to back them up and agree with what they're talking about, man, because that was a robbery. This man could have fed his family. It could have been him where he put himself in a position where he could own some businesses, buy some businesses or whatever. But now you got to go home with what what y'all signed up for, but not what you really supposed to have, man. You're supposed to be a champion. You've been fighting all your years, your life for this to get to this point, and somebody cheat you, man. That is downright wrong, man. And Tony, he need to be fired, bro.
Let me ask you this.
Man.
Let me ask you this. In your opinion, do you think the guy would have made it at the next 3 rounds? You think he was fading a little too much? You think he'd have made it?
No, he wasn't faded, man. He got pushed down. Yes, he got cracked with a couple of good shots, but you heard Rolly said, man, that old man could crack. And then Rolly was running, bro. Tell me if I'm like anybody in the chat.
But you didn't
tell me,
it seemed like an old man got a little tired to me. You don't think he got a little tired?
No. I don't want to hear that, Shabo. Answer this question for me, you, and everybody in the chat. After Rolly got cracked, and even in the later round, he was running the old man, bro. He wasn't just doing no defense or moving around. He was running. He was actually running, bro. And he was running from the old man because
Rolly was getting outclassed. Period.
And
Rolly got outclassed.
Exactly. And I feel like that's why Tony Weeks stopped. Like, it wasn't nothing he could hide. He couldn't say, okay, I'm going to help you, Rolly, and it's looking good for you. He had to do some bullshit, and now he got the heat on his ass. And
I agree with you.
It is what it is.
I agree with you. I agree. Listen. Everything you say, I agree with you. Tony Weeks stopped that way too early. My only thought process was, it does seem like the guy, old guy was getting tired towards that round. And it didn't seem like Rolly had got tired at all. So I mean, Rolly was a little bit, but Rolly like he had a lot more in the gas tank. But I do think this. I don't think that he should have intervened. He should have let it play all the way out because the guy still had a puncher's chance. And it could have came down to the last second of the last round. The guy could have threw a punch and knocked Rolly out. So unless Rolly put him down where the guy couldn't get up, he shouldn't have jumped in there.
Shubbo, if you go back and you look at the fight, bro, in them later rounds before the fight got stopped, Rolly was running. He was running for his life. There wasn't no defense.
Oh, yeah,
Rolly was running, man. You heard him. You heard Rolly say after the fight a couple of days ago that the old man could crack, man. He hits hard in Javante, man. I was trying to get away from him. So you know that's what it is, man. Yeah. And Tony Weeks seen that shit. And he waited for his first opportunity to step in as soon as supposedly hurt him one time when Rolly never even hit the man at all when they stopped the fight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He had to step in and do what he had to do to get his check, man. And I'm not going to call it nothing. They can't nobody else say nothing, man. I bet it $20 with somebody. And I'm still salty right now because when the old man knocked Rolly down, we couldn't find the dude on live. When the old man knocked Rolly down, I'm going for the old man the whole time.
Right.
We couldn't find the dude who I met with. But soon as the dude stopped the fight, then he want to pop back up in the chat and act like he was there the whole time.
Yeah, ready to collect his $20.
Yeah. All of us got common sense. We ain't stupid. If it was on the other shoe, right, and I was betting with Rolly against, and he was betting with the old dude. If I would have seen the fight messed up and stopped like that, just from me watching boxing and who I am, I got you, bro. Yeah. That shit was hey, Rolly didn't win. I went with Rolly, but Rolly did not win, bro. So I'm going to send you this money because Rolly didn't win. Even though they cheated for him, Rolly didn't win. So I'm going to send you this dub, bro. Because I didn't win. I can't take that L. I mean, I feel good about it because it was some bullshit, bro.
Right.
But everybody else, with they trolling and how they is in their mind, simple-minded, people didn't understand where I was coming from. But at the same time, man, that everybody know. If really anybody in the chat and everybody on the channel right now, anybody who's going to go back and if you got, they say common sense ain't common. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, but if you got real common sense, bro, you know damn well that at the end of the day, Rolly lost this fight and that the ref stopped it too soon. Either way it goes, he stopped it too soon and Rolly lost. Even if the fight would have got a headbutt or some shit, Rolly lost, bro.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And if you don't understand that or you can't comprehend that, then something wrong with you. And that's all I got to say, show. But man, I'll be stop to the show. Man, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man. All right, man. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you calling in.
You too.
All right, later. Yeah, man. Yeah, but you know, one thing about it is we all can agree about it is that the refs stepping in has been a problem over the years, and they need to go put something in order, something to stop this stuff from happening. AAR said that old guy does not hit harder than Tank Davis. Hell nah. Yeah, if he did, Rolly would have been out. Yeah, but I said that old guy can crack though. But yeah, he don't hit harder than Tank because if he did, Rolly would have been asleep. Hey, Rolly has PTSD, man. At the Tank has knocked Rolly out. Rolly has PTSD, dude. He doesn't even fight the same. He doesn't go in there with reckless abandonment no more. You know what I mean? Rolly does not rush in there with reckless abandonment no more. He don't. Rolly goes in there and acts like he got good sense. He like, I ain't running into nothing. He's too cautious now, you know, and a loss will do that to you. A loss and getting knocked out will do that to you, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ATL. Yeah. Rolly did say that. But you know, hell, Rolly can lie. Rolly gonna lie and say anything. He still talks shit about Tank. You know what I mean? Man, I was whipping his ass until he caught me with that left hook that I didn't see coming. I should get a rematch. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it's the truth is they need to do something about that and put something in place so these refs can't. I mean, that won't keep happening because you don't want something like that to happen on a Spence and Bud fight. You don't want that happening on a great big old fight. You don't. Yeah. Hey, Miles said, ATL talking and texting. Hey, ATL said, hey, I lost $20 on that. I'm hot. Hey, listen, man. I don't blame you, dog. If I lost $1, I'm still hot on the situation. I don't let stuff go. But yeah, it's crazy, man. That's crazy. he said, I lost $20, man. I'm hot about it. Hey, I feel you on that, bro. I feel you on that, man. It's the principalities with me, Smokey. It's the principalities, man. But yeah, man, hopefully, man, they do put something in there, man. But anyway, guys, that's all for me tonight, guys. Hey, it's been fun. Hey, hopefully we get this good fight between Devin and Loma. Hopefully it lives up to expectations. We'll get in here and we'll talk a little bit more about that fight that's going to go down real soon and see how that's going to pop off because it's coming up. We right here at it. We are right here at it. It's this weekend. It's going down. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and share button or just join the crew. And for all the guys that return, appreciate you guys coming back, man. Y'all hit the like button on the way out. Thank you guys. And we do this every weeknight at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We talk about this boxing. Make sure you save the channel. Hit, like I said, hit like, hit the bell notification icon so you know when we come on, because some reason it's not sending out notifications like it should. So anyway, guys, we say what we say. We stand on it. That's straight up, no chaser. Y'all all have a good night, and I'll catch you with you guys tomorrow night. Peace. I'm out, Fight Fam.